Hello and welcome to Reuben Reviews, the fastest growing review channel on YouTube. Fact, check the numbers. We're really taking some momentum on the channel, and thank you for all the new subscribers and the comments and all the rest of it. So that's really good. We're heading in the right direction. The other reason this is such a fantastic review channel, obviously the content is amazing, but it's the graphics. You know, here they come. You just can't beat them. That is quality, top quality. Right, today's video is something that's very, very close to my heart. Food. Indoors, so apologies for the light, but let me show you this. Now, not just food, but good quality food, and I do like to eat decent quality food. So here is the review this evening. We have got two Butcher's organic chicken breasts, and we've got this from Tesco's, Happier and Healthier, highly welfare promised chicken breast fillets. Now, I'm not going to pull any punches and say straight away I don't eat meat from Tesco's, other than maybe the odd sausage. I think it's dog shit. It's not my cup of tea. It's full of crap, full of water, full of chemicals, all the rest of it. However, I do understand this was £2.60 for two chicken breasts. Now, we are going to do a taste test, and we are also going to do a cook test to see how they cook. These two chicken breasts were from our local butchers, and they were £5.60, so there's a roughly £3 difference. So I understand why people do eat this stuff. The chicken thighs, you get a tray of chicken thighs for about £4.50 in Tesco's. That's cheaper than dog food, and that's no, that ain't a joke. That is actually cheaper than cans of dog food. So when we buy the chicken thighs, we normally cook them up for the dogs, and this is where this is going to go, to the dogs. Blue, looking forward to your dinner? Anyway, we are going to cook them up, and I'll show you the difference of how they cook as well. There's a big difference. So we'll get that on now and show you what I mean. Let's see if you can tell which ones are which ones are Tesco's, which ones are the local butchers. I think that's fairly obvious by the look of them. This isn't the best light to film in, so it's a bit hard to tell, but there is an actual colour difference as well between those and those there. You can see already, I haven't even done anything, I've just literally put them in the desk. You can see the water in there, look, in the bottom of that, fairly dry. So we'll chuck them in the oven. That's how I prefer to cook my meat. Put them in the oven, and we will do a review of how they cook and how they taste. I'm just going to put a cap full of this on. This is a Posh oil, rosemary and garlic cooking oil. I'll put a cap of that on each, so they're both the same. Don't know if you can see there. Anyway, into the oven, gas mark 6. Let's see how long they take to cook and if there's any difference. Okay, 10 minutes in. Is there a difference? I think there probably is. Look, there's a little bit of residue there, which is off that oil. These are the Tesco's one, and there's some minging stuff there. There it is again. We'll give them another 10 minutes and have a look. 20 minutes, 25 minutes, maybe. More of that sort of white goo, whatever that is. I assume that's water and saline coming out of that. This, completely different look to that one. Right, we're going to cut these. Right, let's have a look in there. Look, still quite pale on the Tesco's ones. This I'd say it's a different texture, the butcher's ones, when you're cutting it as well. Look at that water out of there. Okay, I think we're about ready for a taste test. So there's a little bit of oil and liquid in there, but this is the Tesco's one, and you've got this sort of residue in here. Now if you ever cook this stuff on a hot plate, you really notice the difference, because this obviously is held together in this pan, but if you put these on a hot plate, you'll find that they sort of kind of fall apart. This is still very, very solid. I think we're going to call that cooked. I'm going to get my camera woman to take over while I do a little taste test.
Really?
Yes, really. I'll just show you this. I've cut this. This is the Tesco's one, and it's just like a lump, really. This looks a bit more like chicken. But I'm going to get my camera woman to film. Right, let's taste. Tesco's first. Chickeny. Yeah, it's definitely the butcher's stuff. It's definitely a better taste than meat, and it's the texture's nicer. What do you think? That's the Tesco's one. We'll get a verbal.
Butcher's definitely.
Butcher's definitely. So I don't think there's any comparison between the supermarket meats, whether it's Tesco's, Morrison's or whoever, and proper butcher's stuff. Yes, butcher's stuff's more expensive, but you just can't beat it taste and texture wise. So Tesco's, dog shit, butcher's, top. Thanks for watching the video. Take care, and we'll catch you on the next ones. And at least the dogs have got some dinner.